Hey guys, this is Victoria. Thanks so much for watching. This is my first actual talk about health, and my whole desire in this is to just get us on different levels of fitness from different backgrounds, sociological perspectives and orientations, to just kind of shift our mindset so we can start to see how there are certain trends and forces within, our world, whether that be in our language, our constructs that kind of force us to experience life in a certain way, in particular in relation to health. And just so we can all start to be aware of them, because I think some of them are very detrimental. And one of the things I'm gonna talk about today, one of those forces that I think tends to hurt us is language and the way that we talk about ourselves. So the title of this is, do your words make you feel fat, essentially? And I kind of wanna step back and look at the underpinning of all this, which is the idealized body. So I think a lot of this issue comes from the fact that, when it comes to fitness, we have an idea of an idealized body. And what's unique about this idealized body is that it is largely a visual conception. So when you think about a lot of other things that we maybe categorize as skills, let's think of someone who is a concert, violinist. We think of that, as a talent, something they weren't born with, but something that they acquired over time through patience and practice. So we come to respect a violinist for building a skill over a period of time. And when we conceptualize a violinist and how great they are, if they are the top notch, we imagine something that they are physically acting out, something that they are demonstrating. But when we think about fitness, we don't necessarily think about it as a skill rather than more of a trait that is inherent in nature. When you think of someone that is fit, we think of an image, not of someone acting a particular way necessarily, not on the first thought. We think of them having a certain body type, looking a certain way, possibly even behaving a certain way, exuding certain personality characteristics. And we think of those things as inherently them. Something that even might be of their nature, part of their identity. Would we say that someone who is a, concert violinist, is that part of their identity? Surely, because it's something that they've practiced for a long period of time. But do we see how we give people who are in shape and fit, whatever that means, credit for being a certain type of person in a way that we don't ascribe with other, what should be called talents? Because that's really all it is. Fitness is a demonstrated talent over a period of time. So what happens is, by creating this idealized image, this body, let's say, what we do is we make that the perfect, and everything outside of that is incorrect. So we wouldn't look at someone who is, in their fourth year of practice and say they're actually bad, they're wrong, they're an incorrect violinist. No, we would just look at them and say they're not quite at that level, but they're still great. They can be exceptionally good without being the best. So why do we feel like someone who is in what we might call even moderate shape has a negative connotation? They are wrong. They should always be in pursuit of the ideal. And essentially what ends up happening is we start pathologizing all non-ideal forms. And so what essentially that means is that we treat people who aren't physically perfect or behaviorally perfect in terms of fitness as if they have some type of deficiency. And generally it is a mental or emotional deficiency in the sense that they are unwilling or incapable of being what they should be, behaving as they should behave in a way that we think is respectable or correct. And I think that's so harmful to all of us because it gives us no credit on any level for any type of progress. When I think about myself, I rarely behave perfectly in terms of fitness. There are periods of time in which I'm demonstrating, good behaviors, training for a triathlon, working out consistently. But if we look at my schedule now where I'm working out 3 to 4 times a week, why is it that people treat me the same way or think that I have the same level of fitness in that sense as a skill as I did when I was working out consistently, exuding much more effort? It's probably because I look the same, because the way we analyze fitness is a visual way. Well, what I would encourage people to do is to start to think about fitness as a talent. When you look at someone and you look at their body and you think, I want that, and we want to assign words to them, that are necessarily positive in our opinion. What we should stop to do is look at them and look at what's underneath that, the behavior traits, the personality traits, and we can actually start to separate where things are genetics, where things are lifestyle, and where things are characteristic, of someone's personality, willing to go the extra mile, willing to work a little bit harder. And those are the things that we should aim to be. We should respect ourselves and encourage ourselves to demonstrate positive actions, rather than to look a certain way and then inherently ascribe values in that sense. So I hope that got some thoughts flowing. That's kind of just what's been on my mind recently. If you guys have any questions or you just want to comment, kind of go back and forth, I'll be happy to respond to any comments. Please subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.